This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel, because you know these criminals like to unsubscribe people. Double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button, double check that it is working properly, because they doing everything in their power to make sure more people are not aware of the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. I didn't do any videos yesterday. I took the day off. I had some things I had to take care of, and I really needed a break. But I'm going to tell you something. These bad actors naked shorting GME, they are feeling the pressure, and they are doubling and tripling down on the manipulation in order to stop GME from running. But all they can do, in my opinion, is kick the can down the road, because I believe GME is going to run, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. They can slow it down. They can kick the can down the road. They can manipulate the market. But eventually, GME is going to do what GME is going to do, because they have too much cash on hand. They have Ryan Cohen, and they have retail investors and institutions that just keep buying up GME. Okay, they telling us it's going to zero, but the institutions are doing the opposite. They're buying up GME. Retail investors are buying up GME. And the bad actors have to continue creating millions of counterfeit GME shares every single day to keep the price from running. And the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI knows exactly what they're doing, and they're doing absolutely nothing about it. And you guys know why? Because the majority of the people who are being victims of this crime spree are retail investors. I mean, that's really the bottom line. Anyway, here are the GME numbers. These numbers mean absolutely nothing, because they can create millions of counterfeit GME shares every single day. And the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI practice willful blindness to the obvious fraud and corruption. Anyway, GME float, well, the reported float anyway, 9,249,849. They're still claiming 26.78% is DRS. You know those numbers mean absolutely nothing. It could be 100% DRS, and they would still find counterfeit shares to short every single day. 54%, okay? 54% of that volume was shorted shares. 54%, and then you got more than 50% going into the dark pool. What does that tell you? That all the buying pressure is gone. All the buying pressure is gone, because they added half the volume is counterfeit shares, and more than half of that is being traded in the dark pool. And you know that's all the buy orders. It's absolutely crazy how obvious this fraud and corruption is. Yet the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI don't see anything that requires an investigation. It's absolutely crazy. These guys found 4,800,000 GME shares to short into the market and manipulate the price, and everybody's silent. The SEC silent, the DOJ silent, the FBI silent. It's absolutely crazy. And the short exempt jumped to 45,164. You know what that tells me? That tells me they created so many counterfeit shares that they had to send a whole lot of those failure to delivers overseas yesterday in order to keep the price down. Okay? So they got all these short exempts, they got all these counterfeit short positions, and they still couldn't really push it down that much. That tells you how much buying pressure is on these naked shorters. And on top of all that, the days to cover dropped to 5.26 days. They're claiming, even after adding 4,800,000 new GME short positions, didn't cover their old short positions, but the days to cover went down. I mean, it makes no sense mathematically. It makes no sense logically. But in the United States stock market, you have to leave your common sense at the door, or you're going to go crazy with all the fraud and corruption in the market. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think they had to send millions of FTDs overseas in order to get the days to cover down to 5.26 days? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.